We are now into May and the school year is winding down. Seniors from local schools will be moving on, but so will some coaches and administrators who have put a lot of time into athletics in the area. In this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, Jay Wilcox catches up with Hopkins Activities Director Dan Johnson.
For Dan Johnson, it's been a great ride, but it's also the right time to step away.
All of my elders in this business and my older siblings who are all retired, said, when it's time, you'll know.
Johnson is retiring after 23 years as Hopkins Activities Director in June.
I've been doing this a long time, and I think we're in a situation where we're in a little bit of transition, and it's a good time for us to have some new ideas and some new energy come in and kind of take this and run with it.
Being an athletic or activities director was never Dan's long-term goal. He was a baseball coach at the start, and he thought that was his destiny.
When I first started in this business in Texas, I was down there, and all I wanted to do was coach baseball, and of course in Texas you coach football too. So I did that for several years, and I became a head football coach. So I was both head football and head baseball, and about 3 months later, our AD left to go take a college basketball job, and he said, maybe you want to do this. And I said, I don't think so.
After stops at the high school and college level in a few states, Aberdeen, South Dakota native Johnson was hired as the Hopkins baseball coach in 1996. After 3 seasons as Royals coach, including a state tournament appearance in 1997, the AD position opened up at the school and Dan was hired. He's worked with some very good coaches who also appreciated his role.
I think Dan has a great style of leadership. I don't think he gets too excited about the highs and too bummed about the lows. I think he's really steady. But I think it's a tough job as an administrator that if he had to make a tough decision, he certainly didn't shy away from that.
He brought a lot of passion and confidence, and he just backed his coaches 100%. And when your athletic director has been a coach and actually walk the sidelines or the ball field, you feel you have something in common with him then.
He'd come to the games and really root the Royals on and ask how things are doing and talk to our assistant coaches and talk to our players. And I think he does that across the board, and not only with sports but with the other activities as well. And I know that's taken a lot of time out. He's had a lot of late nights, but Dan has really been a Royal through and through.
Johnson, like most in high school athletics, acknowledges that parents have become a lot more involved in recent years and expect to have more say in things.
There's a lot of interaction between parents and coaches that sometimes isn't real comfortable. Like I said, I don't think they're bad people, and I don't think they're horrible for asking questions or having expectations. I think the hard part is, at some point you have to let your child have that relationship with the coach.
He is retiring from the Hopkins district, but Dan won't stop working entirely.
I'm going to be the executive director of the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators. And this is our state association. We have about 440 members. My role is to kind of oversee the entire state and the programs with our state conference and our continuing education and our participation at the national conference and the new AD's workshop, and working with league staff on that as well, obviously.
The job of an activities director isn't all fun and games. Dan Johnson's enjoyed his time as Royals AD, but there are parts he won't miss as he gets set for the next chapter.
A lot of my colleagues say, I could do this job if it just wasn't for the nights. And I'm the exact opposite. I could do this job if it wasn't for all of the paperwork and the bureaucracy and all of that kind of thing. I could stay at games every night of the week. It's watching the kids perform is really where that energy comes from and where the fun is.
That was Jay Wilcox reporting. Dan Johnson will turn 61 later this month, and we wish him well in retirement. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.